All right. We will call to order the regular scheduled meeting for October 9th. If you could please stand to pledge the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Atway, President.
Here.
Mrs. DeCaprio, Vice President.
Here.
Dr. Alquist.
Here.
Mr. Campbell.
Here.
Mr. DeMilo.
All right, first up will be our superintendent with his update, and I think just because he's going to present, we might have to
Yeah, if
move
you
this
guys,
out of the way.
you guys want to go down and get a good seat? Yep, that'd be great. All right. All right. Take that with you. That's good. George, can you get my mic going, buddy? All right. How we doing now? Everybody good? George, you good up there? Testing 1, 2. All right. You guys hear me? We're good? Thank you. All right. Well, hey, just want to give a little update around the district as we started off the school year. And a couple weeks ago, we had another fantastic event here at the high school. Our PTA does an amazing job of having our annual tailgate party. And you can see some of the festivities that went on. We had the cheerleaders out there. We had the bouncy houses out there. We had the band. Up to the top right, my wingman, Mr. Viddle, Dr. Potts, with our mascot. And, of course, that evening, allegedly, I cooked 700 hot dogs. All right? And they were pretty much gone by the end of the night. So we had a great evening. That was right before the poll in the game, if you remember. So big shout out to our ladies from the PTA. We really appreciate everything they do. And I love these community events where we all come together and had a great time. Also that night, we had another great evening. We had our Military First Responders Appreciation. And you can see the picture down at the bottom. Every now and then the superintendent comes up with a good idea. And this was one year. I invited our friends from Poland to join us, which was awesome. So some of the veterans and military people from Poland walked across on the home side. We had a great opportunity to acknowledge and thank them for their service. And right here in the middle is myself and my colleague from Poland, Mr. Hockenberry. So Craig was kind enough to come over and join us as well. So we had a great time at halftime. Like I said, just giving some much needed appreciation to our military people and their families. And then on the top left and the top right, we also took time to acknowledge our Purple Star Awards from both of our elementary schools. Mr. Flood's troops from Hilltop to your left and Mr. Lavery on the right over there at C.H. Campbell. But we're very proud of this award. All 4 of our schools in the district are Purple Star Award winners. And basically what that means from the ODE is that we make our military in the community and our military families a priority in Canfield. And that was one of my goals when I walked in here 4 years ago, and we finally achieved all 4 of our buildings. So very proud of that. We also, in September, let's see what, the 16th there, we rolled out our Start With Hello Week. We've done this on an annual basis. This is another great week for the superintendent. This is an opportunity where it's all about making connections. Okay, find a friend, find somebody you don't know, sit with somebody at lunch you don't know. All kinds of activities were planned. Our counselors did a great job, our building administrators as well. You can see some of the things that were going on at the elementary school for that week and some of the pictures that went around there as well. We had different dress-up days. The bottom right is everyone wore blue here at the big house, about kindness. But it's just a great week for me. It's all about including people. It's all about making connections, finding out a friend that you haven't had in the past. So a great way to start the school year. One of my favorite days of the year is right here. Champions Day, we rolled this out a couple weeks ago. You can see the pictures that are there. We invited 157 students with special abilities to Canfield. Them and their trusted adult, an aide, a teacher, a friend, whomever that might be, plus about 100 Canfield High School students, which we call typical peers, to help us get through a game day experience, all right? Our kids with special needs got their school read out loud, they got their name read out loud, they got to run through the football tunnel with the band and had a great day. Big shout out to Mr. Campbell, one of our board members, as you know, who was kind enough to come out and join us for some of the day as well. This is just a small sample of all the people that made this day go off, which was really awesome. So right here's a nice collage, and hopefully, if this works, I might have a little video for you.
Hi, my name's Meredith, and we're here today to support Champions Day. We are helping out kids all around the area to get a feel of being a part of a game day. So we're doing volleyball and passing the ball around. It's so much fun here.
We're having a ton of fun. We're doing the football drill right over here. We got golf, soccer, volleyball. We're having a blast.
Awesome.
Campfield cheerleaders, we're helping some of the special needs kids, and we're giving them pom-poms and teaching them how to cheer. Dancing around a little bit. We're here today to bring kids the opportunity to do things that they normally don't get to try, and we want to bring the joy that we feel when we play our sports to them and to see how they like to do it.
Today we're showcasing all of our sports with students around the area with special needs, helping them, teach them how to play.
We're here celebrating champions and letting everybody be just like everybody else today. We're having so much fun listening to music, trying out new things, and then learning each other's names.
Now, that was just a few of about 100 student leaders that helped out that day. And I've always wondered, who really gets more from this experience? Are the kids with the special abilities, or is it are kids with typical peers? And I'm not sure I know that answer. Depends on who you talk to, but everybody had a great day. I do this every year as well, that picture on the bottom. I go up and stand on the bleachers and just take a minute to reflect, okay? Because it's been 2 hours of just a great time. And I enjoy taking that picture every year, and I do it purposefully because it's good for me, to be honest with you. I don't have many teachable moments as superintendent sometimes, but this is one of them, about how important it is to build a community. And for those of you that are church-going people and you like the hymnals, there's one hymn that always comes to my mind when I'm standing up there. It is well with my soul. And that's exactly what that day did for me. Okay. Mr. George, do I hear something going on up there? Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Mr. Kappa knows who that is. This is Cool and the Gang. All right, little old school music for you. And it's all about celebration. All right. So here's what you have. Thank you, George. You have our district report card right here. And we can't celebrate this enough, all right? This is a 5-star district report card. And as you know, the state kind of changed the way they grade things. It used to be a letter grade, all right? Now you want to be like the hotel. You want to be a 5-star hotel. Canfield Local Schools is the only 5-star school district in Mahoning County. All right, so we have a lot to be proud of, and I appreciate Mr. George up here cueing the music for me too. But like I said, a lot of things to be proud of. As Mr. Vittle will say, still room for improvement. Okay, still room for improvement, and it's hard when you're 5-star. Okay, but there's some things that we're going to do, especially in that progress area. All right, so we're talking a little bit more about that as a district moving on. How about this group right here? All right, here they are. I love this month. All right, this is National Principal Appreciation Month. We've been talking about this with the staff and a couple of updates. This is the first time I kind of rolling this out to the community. I'll put this picture up on social media as well to give these guys some love. I just want to tell them publicly how much I appreciate them and their body of work. Sometimes it goes unnoticed, okay, because things go well, as they should. But I want to thank them publicly for their work and time and effort that they put into making this district as good as it is, and as I have right there, keeping us stronger together. Allegedly, Lisa Curtin, my wife, I'm kind of hard to get along with sometimes. Kind of tough, you know, kind of pushy a little bit, and have high expectations. And I do. I'm guilty as charged. But so do those guys. They do a great job. So how about, could we give them a little round of applause in here for those of us that are in the house? All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So some upcoming events. This is another one near and dear to my heart. As many of you know, my dad served in the military, World War II, and the Navy, and our Veterans Day programs are coming. We will have activities in every building, just like we do every year. But here at the high school, on Friday, November the 8th, we're going to have a special program here. with all of our folks here at the high school. We'll have a nice breakfast to follow. It begins at 8 o'clock. Our band and choir will participate, and we'll have a nice program. But I want to get that word out that all of our veterans, military personnel, and their families are invited to be here. It's just about an hour, okay, an hour every morning, but if you can come, we'd really love to have you. And our high school kids do a great job. As you all know, our band and choir is top notch, and they do a great job, once again, of a teachable moment that I have. Letting our kids know, you know what, hey, you know, freedom's not free. People pay to sacrifice for that, and we want to acknowledge them and appreciate them. And here's a special request for the entire Canfield community. We're going to put together a slide presentation. We do this every other year, so this is the year for it, okay? So what we want is we'd like you to take a picture, send it in to Mr. Jennings at that email, and we're going to put a big slide presentation together, okay, of all the pictures that we get in. So if you have family members, if you have an uncle or grandpa or a dad like I did, we want you to send this information in, okay? Send us that picture. You know, give us the name and the rank, the service that they were in, dates of service if you know that, and the relationship to the service member. And we're going to put together an amazing slide presentation here at the high school, and then I'll post that also online so everybody in the community will be able to see that, okay? So I shot that across the bottom of my Tuesdays yesterday. I'll give it to you again tonight, and we'll keep talking about that for our Veterans Day program. So believe it or not, this is my last time talking to you before our November ballot issues up. Okay, this is it. It's our last board meeting. So I just want to highlight some of the things again, make sure we're all on the same page as far as what's going on. Hopefully this week you got my letter. All right, everybody in Canfield should have got that. Just kind of went through some of the facts there. I had this posted online as well, if it did not make it to your household. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've tried this twice before, and what we heard loud and clear as a board and as a committee, the project cost was just too much, okay? So after a lot of good conversation, as you know, we're back down to, hey, we're just going to deal with the number one issue in this district, and that's our middle school, okay? So part of our discussion with the board was, okay, we got some immediate needs, so we're going to spend money at the district level to fix up some things that need done. They were secure vestibules at both our elementary schools, which we're actually making some progress, guys. I saw some parts and doors and things come in, which is good. If you drove in the parking lot here, you know a big change in a good way. We got half of our parking lot done and pieces of our roof, those ones in red, okay? Sections 2, 3, and 16 we were able to get done. Sadly, at a cost of over $507,000, okay? Roofs are expensive. We've been working on our tennis courts, so if you've driven by them, you've seen that, and our baseball and softball fields are getting some updates. And if you haven't done or seen anything else, Mr. Lowry's a happy man, and his staff over there. I see some head shaking. I even got a couple amens as I'm walking the halls, which is good. But we got some air conditioning over at CH Camp, which has been well-deserved and needed. So that was the board's skin in the game, okay, using that term as far as our projects go. So here we go, 3.7 mil bond issue coming in November. Here's what we're going to get. We're going to get a brand new middle school on the current site. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And an additional gym, okay, and I'll explain kind of why we ended up there, along with select renovations at the high school and both the elementaries. Here's your dollars, okay. New 5 through 8 middle school, looking at about 840 kiddos, 112,000 square feet, it's about $47 million. That additional gym that our committee said, you can't have enough gyms in Canfield. And they're right. Okay, they're right. So they wanted that in there, so you have it. The abate demo dollars. When that new building is built, we're going to take out the asbestos, knock that building down. And then renovations to the other 3 buildings, we put in about $11.6 million there. So the total project's a little over $64 million. Here's some possible renovations. Now, a lot of people say, what are you going to do with that close to $12 million? We're going to take their priorities first in each building, and I'll tell you right now, without a doubt, their roofs in all 3 of them, okay? We have some more paving issues. Elementary buildings need more flooring. Those carpets are nice, but over time, they've kind of got a little gnarly, to be honest with you. Spills, things like that in there, so we're going to redo that. We're going to try to upgrade some ADA compliance. We have windows and lights and boilers. You know, we'll take that money as far as it can go on the priority list of renovations. Some more financials. The interest rates, 5% is what we have been told, and it's a 35-year length of the bond issue. All right, everybody says, all right, Mr. No, cut to the chase here, buddy. How much is it going to cost? All right. So If you're that $100,000, value for the Mahoney County Auditor, it's $10.79 a month, okay? So I had a parent call me and say, Mr. Null, I appreciate that, but just do my number. So I did. I put his address in. If you go to the county auditor's site, you can do that, as you all know. You can put your name in, but you get a whole bunch of numbers. But what you want to focus on is that part that says current value, and then go down the bottom, like this gentleman, the total current value is $412,000, and that's what you would use to do the calculations. So if $100,000 is about $11, 4 times that's going to get you about $44 a month is what it would be for this homeowner. But going to the county auditor, you can get all that information there, or just call me. I'll walk you through it too, and I'll probably push you off to the treasurer because she knows those numbers better than anybody. But we'd be more than happy to help you out. So here's kind of, once again, what you're going to get. You get that new middle school, 840 kiddos, that second gym. We're going to build the new middle school right behind the current one. Okay, so we're going to have school. We're going to keep doing our thing, build a new one. And then once it's done, we'll move everybody over, a bait and demo, and kind of go from there. I've had a lot of questions about, hey, Mr. Null, is this safe to do? Or is everybody going to be okay? And obviously the answer is yes. Construction companies, architects do this for a living. It happens all over the state of Ohio. It's nothing new, but it's still a good question for us because it's new. So I had our architect and construction manager just kind of give me something on paper just to show me, okay, how is this going to work? And I won't go into everything there, but it's a very good plan. And as you can see, there's 2 stories on that on that middle school coming. Okay, it's going to kind of wrap around as well, coming to my side of the building. Here's a potential final plan, because once we build on the west side of the current middle school, we lose our field. So the field's got to go somewhere. So as you can see, it's going to get flip-flopped and come back on the Wadsworth side along with some parking. And let me show you what this might look like. So here's a sketch off of the Edwards Avenue. Okay, so that would be the back side of the building. And here's a conceptual drawing for you. Okay. Wadsworth, now as you see where the field is now? It's in the front of the building because we had to move that over. And then there's some parking there as well. This will still be the main entrance coming off of Wadsworth, moving forward. And here's a nice little conceptual drawing of that as well. Somebody say, hey, Mr. Null, there's not a goalpost on the football field. I said, that's true. We can talk about where that goes. Okay, that's not a problem. Architects get a little leery about giving you things because everybody says, hey, Mr. Null, it's not what it looked like. Now remember, these are just renderings. It's not 100% what it might look like, but this is pretty close, honestly. This is good stuff right here. And what are the big problems? I mean, if you walk through the middle school, you already kind of know this, but I still have people, kind of saying, hey, what's going on there? What are the issues? Roof, AC, boilers, plumbing, electrical, and ADA. And I kind of joke a little bit. This ain't funny if you're in the middle school. That's the air conditioning for some people, okay, as you know. But everybody said, how about some pictures? So here they are. You've got rooms that are small. We'll talk a little bit more about that. You've got roofs that are leaking. You got the air conditioning in there. We got on the bottom right are things called boilers. We have those at the middle school, and they're actually causing me a lot of grief. We got a section of one of those that's bad. They can't find the pieces to fix the dang old thing. So we're scrambling right now. And my man Ed says we need all 3 of them if it gets cold. So we're hoping we can get a quick repair in there. But those are the challenges that we're dealing with. And the big thing for me is, what do we get out of this new bill? What's the tax dollars going to do? Basically, it's all about the learning environment for me. Better lighting, aesthetics, temperature. We're going to have the air in there. It's going to be better air quality. Most of our rooms right now are 600 to 1,000 square feet in the middle school. The minimum will be 900. If you're like a science lab, you're going to get 1,200. Okay, so we're going to have a lot more space. And then what I call modern spaces, and I'll kind of walk you through that. First of all, we're going to get top of the line when it comes to school safety. We've done the best we can with the cards that we've been dealt, but this will be top of the line. Start with that secure vestibule, surveillance cameras, door access systems, fire suppression. That means a sprinkler system in the building, which none of us have right now. ADA compliant, 100%. We'll be in good place there. Have the water fountains at the right height, counters, be able to get out of bathrooms with the stalls and things, which we don't have now. Technology will be new and improved. If you're a middle school staff member or Mr. Rubin, we've had some issues just this past week with technology not working. And it's very frustrating because now, for me, it's affecting teaching and learning. okay? But this will be 100% improvement. There's that second gym, possibly, that we might have. I love this picture. These are hallways when the bell rings. 800 kids walking around. When the bell rings and you're back in class, look what these areas can turn into. They're teachable areas. There's no wasted space in these new buildings. It's incredible. So now you got small groups going on out there. You got kids working on all kinds of stuff. It's awesome. Here's another great picture. These are 2 different classrooms. There's a garage door that goes down. You could close that off if you want to separate the rooms, or if you want to do some collaboration between 2 classrooms, you open them up. And I actually did this at my former place of employment. This was a game changer. This is really good for teaching. Cool maker spaces, brand new media center, could look like that, which would be nice. I love this small group space as well. Like I said, no wasted space in new builds. The middle school teachers about fell out of their chair when I showed them this. They said, you mean we could have like a place where we could sit and talk to one another during the day? I said, yeah, it's a good possibility right here. Some nice collaboration spaces. Some nice outdoor learning as well. Big spaces you could put together. And our folks from the music board, they're going to be in shock. Something called acoustics. I'm learning that as I go here. But this is going to be top of the line. I mean, these not that our music rooms aren't great, but we struggle in them, just to be honest. But this stuff here is going to be great. So here you go. New middle school, second gym. And I put community use in there because that's important to me. A lot of folks say, hey, what's in it for me? Well, these gyms get used a ton by community people. You know, we're going to have them during the day, but boy, at nights and weekends, you can come in and use them. Okay, so that's really going to be awesome. And then on the right, I just mentioned some of the other renovations as we've talked to people. Everything I do and say is on our website. And big thanks to George for keeping this thing updated. But you can go on there and click that icon and get everything that I've been talking about over the last probably a couple of months, honestly. So here's your talking points. Here's what you walk away with, hopefully. $1,079 per $100,000. We're going to build the new middle school on the current location. And let me tell you what our committee said. There's 3 good reasons why we want to build at that current site. Number 1, it's right by the fire. Can't argue with that. Right by the fire department. Number 2, police station's right across. I can't argue with that either. Number 3, there's a great library right down the street, which, by the way, our kids and teachers go to a lot. Now, they gave me a 4th one, but this was borderline. Guess what the 4th one was? Dairy Queen. Now, that's not a good reason to build there. Now, Mr. Vittle and I allegedly have walked across there a few times to the Dairy Queen. But those other 3 are game changers. I can't argue with anybody. Police, fire, library, we're all in. And our committee said, this is where we want the building. Okay, so that's our plan. I talked to you about the district spend over the summer, okay? The board's got some skin in the game as well. That additional gym for community use, which we're excited about, and those renovations as well. We talked about that there too. So appreciate your time. Any questions about anything with the bond campaign, please give us a holler. We'd love to help you out. So appreciate your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Knoll, for that update, and congratulations again on the 5-star for the Canfield Local School District. And I will make a few comments in regards to your updates. And one, I think I've heard it in the community in regards to, we're a 5-star school district, why should I support this levy? And I'm not going to go ahead and vote for it. We've got a great product already. And in what I think you touched on that I'd like to reinforce is, it's that enhanced learning environment, which enhances the educational experience, which then can continue to produce a strong product here at Canfield Schools. So I would hope for those people that are listening to this or don't know about what's going on from a levy perspective, we are trying to reach everyone in every capacity possible. If you have questions, I see the community has signs with Vote Yes out there already, so the levy has done a great job, the levy committee has done a great job of trying to reach everybody and have that outreach. If you don't know or you need specifics, feel free to contact somebody in the schools and we'll give you that detailed information. Your letter went out with more feedback, so I would just encourage everybody, if you don't know, please ask for details. We're trying our best to get the details out there. For those that are in the crowd, you've heard it today, you spread it to other people, and we can continue to educate people on what's going on. And I know we've used every media outlet possible, so we'll continue to do that up until November. So thank you for that. And then I'll touch on the principals. Before I pull you up for the Rotary, thank you for everything you do. I know that this month we'll continue to maximize that recognition because your phone probably rings every time there's something bad that goes wrong. So, hopefully this month the phone rings with a lot more thank yous and recognition for all that you do. So we appreciate you in Canfield Schools. So thank you. All right, with that, I guess we'll transition to our Rotary Students of the Month, and we'll start with our high school. Dr. Potts.
Is that for Mr. Rubin? Okay.
Oh,
Good evening. I'm Mark Potts, principal at Canfield High School, and I'm here to tell you that tonight we're standing in the presence of greatness. I'm proud to announce that Canfield High School Rotary Club Student of the Month for October 2024 is Tarek Mashkaba. I could take the next hour to tell you all the incredible accomplishments this young man's already achieved, but I'll just give you a few highlights. So I want to tell a story on you from last year. First, quick story about Tarek's intrinsic motivation and his humble nature. So last year as a junior, Tarek had not registered to take his ACT test. And all our juniors take the ACT. So he was called down to guidance and told the counselor he'd already taken it at the end of his sophomore year. So she encouraged him to try to take it again because, you might get a couple points higher. It could end up equating to more scholarship opportunities. But he said he'd reached his goal and he really wasn't planning to take it again, but he would if he had to. So she said out of curiosity, the counselor checked his score and found out that he actually had a perfect score. He had a 36 in every single category. He took the ACT and didn't miss any questions. It's incredible. He knew that, but he never mentioned it to anybody. So he didn't want to seem like he was showing off. But that's just part of his nature. He's very humble, even though he's very accomplished. Although he does take an incredibly challenging schedule, he's also involved as a high school student here at Canfield High School. So he's president of our renowned speech and debate team. Last year he qualified for nationals and finished in the top 16 of the country. He's the Model UN team captain. He's a National Honor Society president. He's a National Merit Scholar and an AP Scholar with distinction. I think he took 6 AP tests last year. You might have missed a question or two on those, I'm not sure. Can't verify. But Tarek plans to pursue either biomedical engineering or computer science in college. And although he hasn't decided exactly where he wants to go to school next year, with his resume, I'm pretty sure he can go pretty much anywhere he wants. So I'm very proud to announce Tarek as the Canfield High School Rotary Club Student of the Month.
Congratulations to Tarek and the Mashkaba family. And I also know he's a soccer player because yesterday was senior night, so he also had that. So he's got a busy week. So congratulations, Tarek, and to your family. Mr. Rubin.
Good evening. I'm Judd Rubin. I'm the principal of Canfield Village Middle School, and I'm proud to present Noel Salih as our September Rotary Student of the Month. So come on up, Noel. So what I usually do is I usually gather some information from past teachers, coaches, and kind of like put things together. So I just want to read a little expert that everybody has said. So Noelle has been a model student and citizen since the 5th grade. Her kindness towards others has been a mainstay in the middle school. She's an exceptional athlete and a better teammate when it comes to encouragement and support. She has taken a heavy caseload academically and also our morning announcement person. The staff identified Noelle very quickly when it came to this award. So I could back up everything that these teachers have said, so we're just really proud of her. Just a little bit about Noelle. She lives with her mom and dad. She's the youngest of 3 sisters, so she has 4 girls in the family, and they have a couple of dogs. They like to travel, and their dogs are Bella and Cannoli, so we got to mention Bella and Cannoli, so they're very important in their family, and they enjoy traveling together. I asked her what's something she would like to do in the future. She'd like to be an architect and would like to travel to Italy someday. And I asked, just tell us one more thing about yourself. So she enjoys playing basketball and volleyball, and she likes hanging out with friends. And so I just want to make sure that we're extra nice to Noelle, because tomorrow we have our first annual students versus staff volleyball game tomorrow. And you can see Noelle is an exceptional volleyball player, so I wanted her to be extra nice to our staff. So we are proud to present Noelle as our Rotary Student of the Month.
Judd, do you want to take a picture, Mr. Rubin? Oh, I thought you were running away already. I'm like,
We're going to win that staff game tomorrow, right? We're going to win that staff game.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Noelle, and the Sully family. Mr. Lavery.
Good evening. My name is Travis Lavery. I'm the principal at C.H. Campbell Elementary School here in Canfield, and I am pleased to honor Sadie Zone as our Rotary Student of the Month for this month. It's amazing, at the beginning of the year, I send out surveys to all of our staff, and they can fill them out at any time to nominate one of our students as a Rotary Student of the Month. It can be any staff member at any time. And Sadie's was quick to get submitted and to get entered in, and there's no question as to why that is. Sadie never hesitates to smile no matter who's walking in or who she's walking by. She's an amazing student. She's an exemplar when it comes to doing her absolute best every single day, day in and day out. Her teacher, Mrs. Benson, nominated her and is here in attendance tonight. Thank you for coming tonight, Mrs. Benson. And she is just the model student. She's everything that you would want. Sadie is a triplet. Her sisters are here with her as well. And they're just truly an amazing family. Any one of them could have had their name put in and have been nominated, that's for sure. They're amazing students. They're all amazing kids, and it's an amazing family. She is also here tonight with her mom and dad. And when she grows up, she's got some options. She's thinking either maybe a singer, maybe a baker, or maybe even a teacher. I lean a little more towards that last one on there. We could use some more good people like you to join us. And in addition to that, she loves playing with her sisters, loves soccer, loves basketball, loves gymnastics. She is just an all-around amazing kid, and we are blessed and honored to have her as our Rotary Student of the Month. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sadie, and to the Zone family. Great job. Mr. Flood.
Good evening, Michael Flood, principal at Hilltop Elementary. I have the pleasure to introduce Riley Kester. She's one of those amazing kids in fourth grade that we're just cherished to have her. It's our pleasure to recommend her for the Rotary Student of the Month. Riley is an all-around amazing student. She's dependable, gets along with others, and is willing to try new things. She focuses on her work and helping others. She also sits at Mr. Ware and myself's table, and I walk in today to go sit with them, and she happened to be sitting in my chair, and she didn't even get up. She just sat there the whole time. So it's a pleasure to have her in there as well. She really enjoys math and English. She lives with mom, dad, and her sister, Callie. She has a bunny named Cutie Pie, which I discovered, and loves traveling with the family. In the near future, she wants to be a babysitter, and as she gets older, interior designer. Right now, she would like in the future to try volleyball someday, but she loves dancing now. So it's our pleasure for Hilltop Student of the Month, Riley.
Congratulations to Riley and to the Kester family. Congratulations to all of our Rotary Students of the Month. I know it is a school night, so if you would like to leave, you're more than welcome to leave at this point. But if you want to stay for our riveting agenda, you're also welcome to do that too. But thank you guys for coming out.
Leave with your principals.
Yes, we appreciate you guys.
Have a good evening.
All right. Next up is the presentation of the minutes we have from our regular scheduled meeting from September 11th, as well as our special meeting from September 30th that we received in advance. If I can get a motion to approve.
So moved. DeCapua?
Second, Demilo.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes. Next up is our treasurer's reports for August. So I will turn that over to you.
On the first report, the cash summary report, we did receive a lot of real estate tax advances this month, so you'll notice the general fund balance has been restored up to a healthy balance at the end of August. The check payment register, the first four items are payroll items. We had 3 regular payrolls this month. 2 times a year we have that, so a lot of expense going to payroll this month, and then 1 coach's pay as well. And down about 10 items on the first page, you'll notice a check to Lindy Paving for $451,000, which was part of that summer project work that was done. And then down about 10 more, Utica National Insurance Group for $92,000, and then also on the next page is another Utica National for $57,000. That's our annual insurance premiums for property, fleet, and liability. And also a payment to, is it Savas Learning? For $196,000, which is part of our new literacy materials that Mr. Vito has ordered. I don't have any other comments on the check payment register. And moving on to the outstanding purchase order, the new items you haven't seen start on page 20. And I wanted to point out one item on page 24, which is Sterling Paper Company for $29,000. That's a whole truckload of paper for the district. Usually we can get away with one of those for a year. And then the investment report, you'll notice we're back down to just money market accounts. The CDs have all matured, and I did not renew those at this point. Still a pretty competitive rate, even though the Fed dropped their rates 0.5 point. And the average, or the August earnings, once again, exceeded $100,000. So that's really great earnings on our carryover money. Did anybody have any questions on any of the reports?
You just answered them.
I would like to say too, they've started the audit for the last school year,
Okay.
23-24. So that'll be going on for a few weeks.
Very good.
If there's no questions, I do need a motion to approve those, please.
So moved. Alquist?
Second, Campbell.
Any other discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes. Public participation, I think we have a new form. Anybody sign in? I see nobody here except you, young man. Did you sign in for public participation? Just double checking. All right, at that point, we can move to new business.
All right, so we got some personnel. So accept the resignation of licensed staff Cassandra Beckish, the middle school intervention tutor, effective immediately. That was Exhibit 1A. Under hiring licensed staff, Leah Newton, middle school intervention tutor, effective Thursday, October the 10th, 2024, 7 hours a day at $28.71 per hour. That was Exhibit 2A. Under hiring licensed Jason Schaefer, our daily substitute for the middle school for the 24-25 school year at $120 a day, effective October 1 of 2024. Under hiring and classified, we have Nicole Guy, middle school special needs aide at 3.75 hours a day at $16.24 an hour. It was Exhibit 4A. And approving some classified subs in Exhibit 5, we have Kristen Palm and Callie Nemeth. And then finally, hiring of our extracurriculars as per enclosed list under Exhibit 6 and Resolution Number 8-2025. All those as presented.
Based upon the recommendation of the superintendent, can I have a motion to approve the personnel items as presented in all those that Mr. Knoll just listed?
So moved, DeCapua.
Second, Demila.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes.
And believe it or not, we're getting ready for winter sports around here. All right, so here we go. We have some out-of-state overnight trips. We have our varsity wrestling team traveling to my neck of the woods in North Canton on December 20th to the 21st, participating in a wrestling tournament, providing travel and lodging paid by an outside organization. And also the wrestling team traveling to Triadelphia, West Virginia, December 26th to the 28th, to participate in a wrestling tournament, providing travel and lodging are paid by an outside organization as well.
Based upon the recommendation of the superintendent, can I have a motion to approve the out-of-state overnight field trips as presented in Exhibit 7?
So moved, Demila.
Second, Alquist.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes.
I'd like to recommend adopting amended resolution number 2-2025, declaring transportation impractical for students as listed in Exhibit number 8.
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent, can I have a motion to adopt the amended resolution of 2-2025, which declares transportation impractical for students as presented in Exhibit 8?
So moved, Campbell.
Second, DeCapua.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes. Next up is our donations that we have for the month of October. We have the Junior Women's League of Canfield, which I know presented it last month, but we're accepting this month, which is for $1,000 for Champions Day. We have Robert Sen for the retired teacher portrait. We have Asif Khan and Charmaine Faruqi for $250 for the Speech and Debate Fund, and the rest of these are all for Speech and Debate Fund. Hanadi Suleiman for $250. Stephen Robbins and Jennifer Manning for $250. Catherine and Mark Geisler for $250. Tri-State Lung and Sleep Associates for $100. James and Kimberly Gilbert for $250. Nadim and Aisha Bajwa for $250. Kedar and Varada Biddy for $250. Daniel and Danielle Procopio for $100. Zachary and Laura Van Brocklin for $100, and Nicolini's Chop House for $500, with a total cash donations of $3,550. Thank you to all those that donated. We appreciate it. Can I get a motion to accept these donations as presented?
So moved, Demila.
Second, Campbell.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Alquist?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCapua?
Yes.
Mr. DeMilo?
Yes.
Mr. Atway?
Yes. And then I think that is all we have. Is there any other miscellaneous topic anybody wants to address? The only thing that I would say is, I know we had, I feel like I'm a chatty Cathy today and I'll have to stop, so I apologize. The discussion had come up last time with regards to our potential to join the lawsuit for the vouchers. I think just something that we could probably warrant additional discussion. From a timeline perspective, there is no imminent timeline for us to have to take action, especially because I think there's been an extension from the state. So that's something we could potentially visit in the next meeting or two. Okay? Sounds good. All right. With that being said, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Demila.
Second, Campbell.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Have a great evening.